Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to. Before we go into the 80s, while we was doing the 90s, these obscure dunk contests started popping up, and I remembered seeing clips of these dunk contests. Sadly, there's only like 2 full clips. Like there's like 2 full, like the full thing, the full event for like 2 of them. The rest of them, they're like spread it out between like single clips of like the final round or the first round or the second round. And they're called these Foot Locker Slam Fests. Apparently, these are like celebrity pro athletes from other sports, like baseball, football, track, different athletes, and they compete in a slam dunk contest. So I said, before we go to the 80s, let's see what this is talking about, because this seems a little bit more entertaining than what we got before. But before we go into the 80s, let's just see what these celebrities talking about. We got Ken Griffey Jr., we got motherfucking Mike Conley dad and shit, fucking Barry Bonds, Deion Sanders, Chris Carter. Pretty good names. So I'm very interested in seeing what's going on here. So without further ado, man, let's get right into it.
Before Barry Bonds became a star in the major leagues, he starred for the Arizona State Sun Devils. He's back on campus to try his skill on the hardwood instead of the diamond. There are 6 baseball players in the contest. One is reigning champ Montreal Expo Delano DeShields. This high riser is cautiously optimistic, even though he's undefeated in slam dunk competition.
That's the first time for everything, you know. But I still haven't lost, so we'll have to see what happens.
Pro Bowl linebackers Derek Thomas of Kansas City and Seth Joyner of Philadelphia will be attacking the rim instead of quarterbacks, while former high school stars like Michael Irvin of the Cowboys will relive their glory days on the basketball court.
I played basketball. I was everything in basketball. I enjoy playing basketball. I mean, I honestly think if I wasn't playing football, that would be the sport that I'd be playing.
This ready for primetime players, a proven slam dunker. Could Deion Sanders be looking for a 3rd career?
Might as well do it for the Hawks, and I'm trying to talk him into it right now. This is sign me to a 10-day contract and let primetime, be the first to play 3 sports in the same city.
Hey. I'm for it, bro. They should have let Deion play basketball. You never know. Hey, Deion could have turned up in the 90s, bro. You never know. Deion was that dude, bro.
Long jumper Powell and triple jumper Conley, both former champions, were grounded last year before reaching the finals. For Conley, it was doubly disappointing.
Last 2 years didn't go as quite like I wanted them to go, but, something I've got to take in stride and hope this year it comes my way.
Here are the pairings. Ken Griffey Jr. against Tim Brown, Powell against Joyner, volleyball player Adam Johnson against Bonds, and Sanders against Mariner pitcher Eric Hansen. The other side is highlighted by former champions DeShields and Conley and 2 of the best young receivers in football, Rob Moore and Michael Irvin.
This is a very bloated dunk contest, by the way. I got 2 different bro. Look how I got this shit set up, bro. Look how I got this shit set up, bro. I ain't never ever had to do a list like this, bro. I had to separate all the This is a bloated ass dunk contest, but I mean, it's a celebrity. It's a celebrity thing, so I guess.
Opening round action is next. And welcome back to Arizona State University, home of the Sun Devils, the Pac-10. On this night, home to the Foot Locker Slam Fest, where the champion will get $50,000, the runner-up $25,000, semis $15,000, quarterfinals $10,000, and the opening round $7,500. And in the opening round, Ken Griffey Jr. of the Mariners, Tim Brown of the Raiders, and Jim Valvano, the first attempt by Griffey.
Yeah, Griffey did the off-the-board timing slam. Nice job.
Nice and safe, a score of 9, but Ken Griffey missed his 2nd attempt. Meanwhile, Dick Vitale, Tim Brown missed his first try. Everything's on the line here.
Well, 1989.
Okay, so they skimming through this. So, okay, for Ken Griffey Jr., that first dunk, that's a basic dunk. But because these aren't basketball players, I'm going to give a little bit more grace. Just because these aren't basketball players. These are athletes in another profession. They just out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give a little grace. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So for that right there, I get that dunk from was that Ken Griffey Jr.? I give that one I give it a 33. I give it a 33. So I give that one a 33. So let's see what Tim Brown do.
He got the silver prize, finished number 2 to Mike Conley. Here goes the Heisman Trophy winner. There's the bounce jam. Count it. That's a big timer, baby.
That's
Tim Brown
good.
with a score of 9-4 defeats the Mariners' Ken Griffey Jr. And Tim Brown will now move to the quarterfinals.
Okay. That was pretty nice. I'm gonna get that one that one's pretty nice. Bounce one hand, throwing it down. That's pretty good. I get that one a 34. So yeah. And it said they missed both of they missed their second. They had 2 attempts and they missed 1 attempt. So as it stands right now, yeah, Tim Brown definitely got that one.
Finals of the Foot Locker Slam Fest. And coming up later today, former champion, world record holder in the long jump, Mike Powell against Seth Joyner, and volleyball player Adam Johnson against baseball's Barry Bonds. From the floor to the rim, it's 10 feet, but these guys get to use a women's basketball, which Vital and Valvano can palm. Opening round, Mike Powell, the world record holder in the long jump against the Eagles' Seth Joyner, and Dick, his first attempt upcoming.
He shocked the world with his great leap of 29.4½, but he wants the gold here. There's the reverse jam. This should be Cupcake City, an NC or no contest like Georgetown against St. Leo's. Joyner doesn't have a prayer. There it is, they're flashing 10s.
Big crowd at the Activity Center, over 13,000, and Dick, he works year-round on his dunking.
Watch the great concentration, Roger. There he is focusing on the ball, the explosive leap, and there's the reverse jam. Mr. Joyner is in big, big trouble.
With a score of 9-6 for Mike Powell, and Seth Joyner's got to be scratching his head. How'd I get into this deal, Jim?
He said, who did this scheduling, right? The old pro linebackers going against the long jumper. Not a bad layup. But it's not going to be enough to beat Mr. Powell.
Well, it's not a clean dunk, but it did go through the hoop, so it does count for some points.
Get that one 7.
Now, second attempt for Mike Powell, the 1990 Slam Fest champion.
1990, he was brilliant, but he's really psyched for this one. And there's the reverse dunk, cradling the ball, touching the rim. Mike has no problem here. This is automatic, and she knows it. That's his lady friend, Karen.
Oh, did you marry the white girl,
so
too?
Oh,
no. Black Queens forever, snow buddies.
Karen's had a lot
brother.
to smile about,
Come
especially
on,
with a score of 9-5. Now, Seth
should give
Joyner
you a
with an
3
8-8
now.
on his first attempt.
Now, what you should do is put a helmet on and go try and find Powell. But hey, not a bad
if you
effort.
would've made
Pretty
that.
good job, but it didn't go down.
That caused a little bit of concern
That's a
for
0.
Mike Powell. Just for a moment, he advances on to the quarterfinals. Also in the first round, Adam Johnson, the volleyball player, against baseball's Barry Bonds. And Jim, this kid's got a 37-inch vertical leap.
He can get up, but what Adam found out is the spike is a little bit different than a slam dunk.
Adam scored 6-5, so Barry Bonds, Dick, didn't have to do too much to top that.
Layup.
Mr. Versatility, the best all-around player in baseball. This guy is a tremendous baseball player. He knows all he had to do was lay it down, a simple dunk. He's on his home turf at Arizona State, where he was an All-American.
Okay.
Hey, he's going to be a
Basic-
$50 million
basic
man. I
dunk,
want
I'll
to be his
give it a- I'll
agent.
give it an
Look at
8.
this guy. Get out the
It's an
mustard.
8.
HD hot dog time.
And Barry Bonds moves on to the quarterfinals. Welcome back to Arizona State University at the Activity Center for this 5th Foot Locker Slam Fest. And the matchup in the opening round, Deion Sanders, the multi-sport, multi-talented individual, and Eric Hansen, pretty multi-talented himself, Dick.
Hey, Primetime's got his own rooting section. Look at him with the hat on. I mean, lampshade time. Look at that hat. I mean, you talk about a real hot dog. This guy is uno number one, but he backs it up on his performances. There he is, that little jam, two-hand slam. They love him. Look at that scream, oh, baby.
But only 9-2 for the Mad Hatter. Here's Eric Hansen. He's 6'6", 210, and another one of the athletes with legitimate basketball credentials.
I used to play a lot during the winter months, and I'd practice a lot. Dunking was one of my favorite things. I think I only had about 5 dunks my senior year in games, and but I'll tell you, in practice and warm-ups, every time I had an opportunity, I would, and I try to create or do whatever I can with my abilities.
Jimmy, how'd you misrecruit this kid from Jersey?
Oh, you too, huh, Roger? That's what he told me. He said, Coach, Petty School in New Jersey, why didn't you recruit me? I can play. And Mike, he can play. Look at that. Nice bounce dunk, good timing. Did a nice shot.
Not only that, we saw him shooting, practicing, hitting three-pointers from way outside.
Yeah, he's got the size. Look at that. He is a basketball player.
Great dunk by the big man, Eric Hansen of the Mariners.
So he up right now on Deion.
I can't believe it, Roger. I guess he's got to wear a hat, huh, Dickie?
He better get that hat like Mr. Sanders. He really got, I thought, flat-out robbed. It was a great dunk by Hansen, but that one's going to be tough to beat. The one-hander, Deion, prime time. Look at all the gold. He saw my arm hurt.
Let's see it one more time.
Take a look now. Here goes Deion. What a great athlete. Two-sport star.
Doors up, throws it down.
The one-hand jam. Deion, I'll tell you one thing. 9.6. They love him. Deion, I think it's the goal, baby.
Eric Hansen now needs a 9-7 to move on.
Hey, I'll tell you something. I think he can do it. A 360.
Okay.
Somebody that size able to execute that. Hey, this is going to be close. Look at this. You would think a smaller player might do a dunk like this. Look at that. Beautiful timing. Nice job.
And 9-2 for Hansen, and he can't believe it.
We was robbed. We was robbed. No way, 9-2.
So those white people talk about he was robbed. White people robbed.
From Group A, 4 players have moved into the quarterfinals as Deion Sanders is the fourth, and some big names: Barry Bonds, Mike Powell, a former champ, and Tim Brown of the Raiders.
Barry Bonds versus Deion Sanders. That should be good.
We're at Arizona State University in Tempe, Arizona. Over 13,000 fans have gathered for this 5th Foot Locker Slam Fest, and 4 men have qualified for the quarterfinals. Now we begin competition in the other half of the draw with Expos second baseman Delino DeShields and Jets wide receiver Rob Moore. Both were standout high school basketball players.
Delino was a sensational performer last year. In fact, he was magnificent, baby, with a cap to left. There's a look at one of his dunks last year, the timing dunk off the glass. He says, I'm undefeated in dunking competition.
Great all-around athlete, Jimmy, Rob Moore.
And before he could do this, he also played basketball, led his Hempstead High School team from Long Island, New York, to a state basketball championship.
Delino DeShields, the defending champion, Dick, and he's a smooth fielding second baseman for the Expos.
Also a great basketball player on a scholastic level. Rolly Massimino offered him a full scholarship to Villanova.
Hey,
and that's why.
Okay.
Slam, one hand, and Mrs. DeShields says, I love you, Delino.
I give you 30.
And Delino with a little bit different looking do, more like a Vital look this year.
Ooh, all ball dome team. There he is with that jam, the one-hander.
I give you 30 for that
Great
one.
bounce.
Okay.
I love his explosive bounce to the floor. He's got tough competition today. I watched more in a practice sessions, 9.6.
All right, 9-6 is a great score, Jimmy. We don't know much about Rob Moore. He's really got to get out and get after it now.
That's right, but before the competition began, he said to me, Coach, I'm the sleeper in this field. He said, I can play this game. All right, let's see what he does.
Okay.
Ooh, a nice pump jam. Remember,
I get that one at 20. I get one at 25.
Comes from Julius Irving. They play some basketball.
I get that one at 25.
Look at him here. Look at that nice time. Oh, he takes it down over the top. This is high-level competition.
He's also watched some of those guys at Syracuse where he played
football player. That's pretty good.
And a 9-6 for
football
Rob
players
Moore,
don't normally do well in basketball unless you're like a wide receiver.
And in the case of the tie, the tiebreaker goes to the Chief Judge, Wilt Chamberlain. He scored higher for Rob Moore, which means that the defending champion, Delino DeShields, very concerned right now because he's got to get a score of 9-7.
And Roger, Rob Moore knows that. So there's a lot of strategy here to slam dunk. He should try something, which is fairly difficult, and he does. Like
he missed.
Bring it from way back, but he also knows if he does miss it, hey, there's still a lot of pressure on this guy.
He missed.
Delino said he never lost a slam jam
zero.
contest in his life.
Misses
Well, he's got
zero.
pressure on him now. He needs a 9.7. Let's see. Oh, he goes to the
Oh, he
360.
missed as well.
And he bricks it. He makes my All-Mason team.
So the defending champion Delano DeShields gets the early hook, and Rob Moore is the first from Group B to move into the quarterfinals.
Well, I had DeShields with the better dunk. DeShields had the better dunk than Rob Moore, so technically on my scorecard he would have moved on. But it is what it is.
On the campus of Arizona State University at the Activity Center in Tempe, Arizona, the 5th Foot Locker Slam Fest. And in the opening round, two-time champion Mike Conley against all-pro linebacker
Mike
Derek
Conley
Thomas.
dad
The first attempt for
versus-
Conley.
Well, Conley's got a lot of
know.
basketball background. He played at Arkansas under
Okay,
Eddie
that's
Sutton.
pretty
There's a
nice.
flying jam.
And that 9.5 put the Kansas City sack artist in immediate
wanted
danger of
21.
elimination.
21.
Now, on the football field, Derek Thomas has few peers in the game. But on the basketball court, he knows an athlete like Conley has a definite advantage.
All right, so he a linebacker or a lineman, I guess.
If he comes out with a spectacular dunk first off, I guess I have to go with the power then. The finesse game is out the window.
Roger, let's face
right.
it, 6'3", 240 pounds.
Oh,
there are
God.
a lot of linebackers who fare well in this competition. Let's see.
Oh, my God.
Tried a little
Brother,
over-the-head slam
brother,
jam.
brother.
Tough to do.
Hurt his pride, but he's going up
Brother,
against a
come on
two-time
now.
champion. This is Mike
All right,
Conley's
Mike
second
Conley.
attempt. His wife, Regina, looking on.
Hey.
360
Okay.
spin. Tuck it away. It's another cupcake. Goodbye, Mr. Thomas. This
23.
guy's moving on. And here's the reason why. You don't have to be a genius to understand why he'll move on. Just take a look. There's the 360 two-hand jam. Conley, agile, mobile, and he's not fragile.
Well, Dick, we can't give it to him yet. Even though that great score of 9-7, Thomas has got one more attempt. But, Jimmy, these linebackers getting matched up against these track and field guys in the early round.
Yeah, that's not
Roger's
fair.
going to have to go on the other side of the ball and
That's
go
not
to
fair.
2-minute drills. All right, unfortunately, he's down by 6 touchdowns. So he can rock the ball, rock the cradle, do what he wants to do. The fact is, the sack man is getting sacked himself. Not bad, pretty good.
right.
He went
You got
down, he
it down. I'll
dunked
give you
it. That's
five.
the good
I'll give
news.
you
The
five for
bad
that.
news is take a seat and wait for the judges to speak
I
because
give you
it's
5
over.
for that.
Oh, that was just
Pretty
a football
impressive
player.
for a
I'm going to be
linebacker.
sure I'm going to throw it down and not embarrass myself.
You know, Roger, that's not bad for 6'3" and 240 pounds. That body type, only Charles Barkley can beat a 9'6".
Score of 8-9
That
just
is
won't
true.
cut it for Derek Thomas, and Mike Conley, a two-time champion, advances to the quarterfinals of the Foot Locker Slam Fest out of Group B. Arizona State University in Tempe, home to the Sun Devils of the Pac-10, home tonight to the 5th Foot Locker Slam Fest. An opening round finds Chris Carter of the Vikings and Steve Bono of the 49ers. A couple of football players going at it. Carter has experience in this competition. In 1990, he made it all the way to the finals before losing to Mike Powell. He knows the road to the championship will be more hazardous this time.
I think from top to bottom, the field is a lot tougher than it was before. Before, they had a few guys in who were just celebrities who just were in it. I think at this time, everybody is capable of pulling off an upset.
Chris Carter finished second in the Foot Locker Slam Fest back in '90.
Hey, basketball is a family affair. His brother
Off the
Butch
glass.
played for Bob Knight at Indiana. Look at that. Maybe Chris could have played for Bob Knight, too. Great timing. His wife, Melanie, she likes what she sees.
Well, 2 years ago, he used his earnings to pay for their honeymoon. Maybe he's going to buy her a big house this time around, as Chris Carter, who played his college football at Ohio State, is known for his acrobatic catches in the pros with Minnesota.
Yeah, and you know, Roger, the wide receivers, the skill position, the defensive back in football do well. And look at that. The score would indicate that.
Good score of 9-4 for Chris Carter, and his opponent, Steve Bono, just got his knee out of a cast
Quarterback.
Dick
We
last
got a
week.
quarterback
Oh, no,
in
where's
here.
Sonny? Palm Springs, the mayor. No, this is not the mayor. Hey, look at the quarterback. He jams that one. Good arms, bad bodies.
outta
The
here.
word about quarterbacks. I'll tell you, where's Cher? I want to see Cher. Never mind this Bono.
Well, we
take
got
your
the
ass
second
back to
attempt
your
upcoming for
backyard,
Chris
man.
Carter.
$1
This is a
million
slam dunk for
backyard.
him, Jimmy.
Cher, how'd she get in this competition, Dick? I'm telling you. All right, well, listen, he's got a feel right now. It's a lock. It's a cupcake schedule. Who he cuffs it, he misses it. Doesn't matter because I don't think Bono's going to be able to produce.
Hey, Bono's football, but does Bono basketball? There he is right now, dragging that left leg, jams it with the left hand. And what a surprise finish. Taking over for Young after Montana was hurt and Young was hurt.
A score of 9 for Steve Bono, not enough to beat Chris Carter. And coming up next, it'll be Devon White against Michael Irvin.
All right, Michael Irvin up next. Let's see what Michael Irvin can do.
Only one spot left in the quarterfinals of this 5th Foot Locker Slam Fest at Arizona State University. Will it be the baseball player Devon White or the football player Michael Irvin? Both of these players were key factors in their teams making it to postseason play. Irvin was the Cowboys' big play receiver, and he led the NFC with 93 pass receptions. Meanwhile, White was a catalyst on offense and a savior on defense, a 3-time Gold Glove Award winner. And he made his first attempt, and he looked strong doing it, Dick.
While a one-handed sliding down the lane, there it is. Slam, jam, bam, a one-handed slashing jam.
Yeah,
Devon White. Meanwhile, Michael Irvin really went for the big one the first time
Roger, he went for a touchdown right out of the gate. Look at this, but he lost the handle of it. But I'll tell you something, attitude means anything. Look how he reacts to defeat.
I need a little bit of that powder to get it going.
Second attempt upcoming for Devon White.
He's got a great basketball background. Oh, there's a two-hand jam. Down, a little clutch. Jams that, baby. I'll tell you, he's got great mobility. Played high school basketball in New York City, was a star. You take another look at it. There's the clutch. There's the two hands. Hanging in the air. Great hang time. Very acrobatic.
Double clutch. I like it.
9-4. It's going to be tough to beat that 9-4.
Devon White makes his off-season baseball home in Mesa, Arizona, so he's got some local fans.
I can do it two hands.
Ooh, he gave us the scatter report. Michael Irvin told us he's going to go behind the back again, and I can do it with two hands rather than one hand. A little shake right there, and he's getting himself prepared. Well, we got the report. Behind the back, two-hand dunk. It's got to beat 9.4. There it is. Yes!
Okay.
Yes! He did it! And his wife says that's a 10, but she's not biased. He wants a 21-gun salute for this baby.
He really played to the crowd.
Yes, he did, but he did call it. And hey, listen, he coached himself. One hand, not good enough. Second time, he used both hands.
29.
Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it?
Michael Irvin asking Judge Calvin Murphy if he liked it. They all liked it. Irvin scores 9-7, and he advances to the
Michael Irvin wouldn't have advanced on my scorecard because he missed his first though. The other guy made his first though, so he technically got two scored. So.
And Bonds and Sanders. And coming up next week, it's the Heisman Trophy winner against the world record holder. Calvin Murphy, Bill Walton, John Havlicek, the original Slam Jammer basketball. Quarterfinal matchup, the Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown and Mike Powell, the world record holder. Dick?
While Tim Brown went to the finals 2 years ago, he likes this dunk, the bounce off the floor. He's got to get a little bit more variety. Oh, he comes up empty.
Okay,
so Tim Brown of the Raiders misses Mike Powell's first attempt.
Those numbers are impressive, but Roger, he is high jumped 7-2. He can jump over all the contestants in his field.
So both of them missed their first attempt. Now Tim Brown needs it on number 2.
See, that's the same dunk. He does that all the time. He's empty. All Powell's got to do is make a layup. I can win this.
Nick and I, we both can win.
And I can't get over a telephone book.
So
there it is, Brick City off the bounce.
So
He's got to get a little bit more diversified.
All the guy got to do is make a dunk.
Just lay it in. And I wonder what he'll opt to do because you'd hate to try a very difficult one.
Well, Jim, he's a crowd pleaser. He needs to play to the crowd.
Oh, much too different. Didn't expect him to do that, but he pulled it off.
And a little hip into the boards just for effect. Mike Powell fan club right there giving him a big cheer.
Mike decides to go right down the lane. There he is flying through the sky. Look at the confidence. Up, up, and away. Baryshnikov in short. He's on a mission. He wants to win it all.
Powell advances, and he's with Jim.
Mike, why'd you do such a difficult dunk when you knew you could have just almost laid it in once?
That was a layup.
In other words, you got more stuff coming?
Oh, I got plenty more coming.
Ooh, we'll look forward to it.
9.3. Powell moves to the semifinals, and coming up
So
next,
we got
Barry Bonds and Deion Sanders. And welcome back to the Activity Center at Arizona State University in Tempe, and a matchup we've been waiting for. Barry Bonds of the Pirates, Deion Sanders of the Falcons and the Atlanta Braves, and is Deion King in Tempe? Maybe he is this night. His girlfriend Carolyn Chambers, their daughter Deandra cheering, but this is Barry Bonds country. Twice he helped lead the Sun Devils to the College Baseball World Series, and Dick, his dad Bobby looking on.
Two of the most controversial athletes going head-to-head, Bonds versus Primetime. Mr. Sanders, here's his first attempt, and it's a brick, baby. Ooh. It's a brick.
Deion tries his Dr. Seuss attempt again, but it's done with the hat. Doesn't work this time.
So both athletes missed their first attempt, and here comes Bonds with a second attempt.
Both got 0.
If I go down, man, I'm going to go down trying. I don't say I'm going to make it, but I'm going to try.
I don't know about confidence right here. He tries to con everyone. Last year he said, I couldn't get off the ground, and he did fairly well. Look at him right here. Oh, yes, Mr. Bonds, and he says, I love it.
They get it 115.
It wasn't a clean slam, but his dad Bobby cheering him on, Dick Vitale, and maybe hurt his back on that one.
Well, his dad said it went in, but it wasn't really a clean slam jam bam. Take a look right here. He sort of guides it in there with the right hand, almost like a tip, but he'll take it. Mr. Bonds is here for a lot of fun. Wow, he got a 9.5. He really got a tremendous break right there.
Jim Valvano, that's a huge score for that dunk.
That is a hometown score. Let me tell you something. But let me tell you, this guy, Deion Sanders, he's got style, and the crowd loves him. It's just a test. This is a test. Too legit to quit. Dickie, take it. Too legit to quit. Here it goes. He's going to try it again. Oh, he missed it.
Oh, Deion out. Deion out.
I think the head covered his eyes. The lights go out in Georgia.
And the lampshade will be retired for the night as Barry Bonds moves to the
All right,
semis
Barry
against
Bonds
Mike
beat
Powell.
Deion Sanders.
I can't believe it, man. I really couldn't believe it. I told him that he's going to beat me because he can throw it through his arm, he can reverse and everything. So I said, I'm just going to give it a shot and do what I can, man. Throw it up high. And I know I can't make it, and I'm just going to try.
Hey, you always got the pessimistic attitude here. I don't buy it. You can get up.
And later today, Mike Conley, a two-time champion, against Rob Moore, who beat defending champ Delino DeShields. And welcome back to the Activity Fast. And in Group A, the semifinalists are Mike Powell and Barry Bonds. Meanwhile, Group B, the semifinalists to be decided. And the matchup featuring the Jets' Rob Moore and track and field star, two-time winner Mike Conley, Jim Valvano Moore, 6'3", 205,
versus
a lot of agility.
Mike Conley.
And with that agility, he has basketball savvy and ability. And let's see what he tries. Oh, 360.
360.
Oh, look at that. You think he planned that one?
Count it. Count it.
It's good.
Hell no.
The fans loved it.
Hell
Former
no.
Syracuse player, 6 touchdown receptions last year with the Jets.
Hell no.
Obviously not planned, but we talked about his agility. That he can hang up there and still make it go down. Very innovative play.
The crowd loved it. The judges
Hell
did
no.
9-6.
Hell no, nigga. I'm giving that shit a 1.
Oh, Dick Vitale, that's a good score that Conley's got a top.
Hey, Raj, he's playing hurt right now. A lot of
Give
stomach
that shit a
cramps.
1,
He's going to
nigga.
really have to
Fuck outta
reach
here.
down. The last 2 years, he's finished out of the winner's circle. Here he goes. Oh, reverse jab.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
There we
super
go.
one, baby. That's the 3S man. Super
Think I won a
exhilarating,
25.
sensational. Unbelievable. He's all, give me a 10. Give me a Bo Derek, baby. Give me a Bo Derek.
Give me 25 for
Here's
that
a look
one.
at it. Look, he brings it between his legs. The reverse dunk. I'd give him 11 on that, baby. I'd give him 11.
He got a 9-8, Dick.
As he should.
And as his wife Regina looks on, that's the highest score so far in the competition.
Should have been higher. Really should have been higher. I thought that dunk was unbelievable. Now he's getting ready. He's describing what he's going to do to the judges. He's going to go down to his ankles. Here he is. Touches the ankles. There's the jab. No, it comes up empty. But 9-8 is going to be tough to beat for Mr. Moore.
Hey, Dick, you're always talking about a cupcake schedule. Well, Rob Moore scheduled the entire bakery this time. First former champion to line up the shields.
He's out. Get out of here.
Mike Conley, he tries his best, but it's just not enough.
Conley meets the winner of the Chris Carter-Michael Irvin match up next.
Chris Carter versus Michael Irvin. Oh, boy. And they're giving us some bangers right now. Oh.
Welcome back to the Arizona State University Activity Center in Tempe, Arizona. In the quarterfinals,
hey, this shit kinda
battle
lit,
of the good hands people. Chris Carter of the Vikings,
Carter
Michael Irvin of the Cowboys.
This is pretty good.
Take a look at this young man at the University of Miami. Led the NFC in receptions in 1991, Michael Irvin. Meanwhile, the veteran Chris Carter, acrobatic catches like that, 72 this past year for the Vikings, and Dick in his first attempt with a little acrobatic action.
But he's got great hands. Here goes Carter, who 2 years ago finished in second place with the bounce from the baseline. And there's the jam by Carter.
Yeah, but Michael Irvin did his D. Brown impression. This is so good, I can't even look at it myself.
And after the first attempt, Chris Carter leads Michael Irvin.
Go back one more time. I need to see them dunks one more time. Okay, so he did like a no-look type of deal. All right, so and then he threw it from behind the.
Here goes Carter, who 2 years ago finished in second place with the bounce from the baseline. And there's the jam by Carter.
Yeah, but Michael Irvin did his D. Brown impression. This is so good, I can't even look at it myself.
23.
And after the first attempt, Chris Carter leads Michael Irvin.
I give him a 20.
580 or whatever that was.
Window 360.
Yeah, that was
Well, they break the huddle, and they can't decide if it's a 580 or a 360 as Melanie Carter looks on, Dick.
Well, maybe he'll go to the 720, a double spin. I mean, this guy's going to reach back. Look at the concentration. Look at the intensity. You better believe he wants to get into the winner's circle. Here he is, goes down with the little one-hand.
Ooh, with the rock, the cradle, okay.
Plays it up there, but it wasn't really smooth. She loves it, his wife does.
That's
a
37.
Look at him look at his face. It's not one of tremendous confidence. And you'll see why right here. There he is, cuffs it, hangs up there, little rim rattle. There he is up in the sky.
It wasn't clean,
rim
but he got
for the
it
wide
in there,
receiver.
so I get on at 37.
The football player's looking strong, and Chris Carter at 9-5. Now Michael Irvin, Jim, needs to come up big time to beat Carter.
And he needs help. He's asking the crowd. He's asking Sandy. Michael told me he grew up in a neighborhood where he played with Mitch Richmond, who plays for Sacramento. So he's got a lot of stuff. He goes behind the back.
Okay.
How can he get an 9-8? That was a tremendous attempt. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, she'd like a 10.
I get over 30. It's not enough, though. It's not enough,
you
Michael
better believe
Irvin.
it's going to be close. The fans really took to this young man from the Dallas Cowboys, Michael Irvin.
Hey, listen, this is known as, from here on forward, it's an around the world with a special delivery. Whoa, something special.
9-8. And Michael Irvin at Dallas Cowboys making a huge
some Dallas Cowboy fans that's good.
Slam Fest. Kiss the wife, Sandy. He'll be going against Mike Conley in the semifinals of Group B. Group A shapes up with Mike Powell and Barry Bonds. That's coming up next week on the Foot Locker Slam Fest.
Mike Powell versus Barry Bonds. All right.
Game today.
Roger, this should really be a mismatch, but Powell puts a lot of pressure on himself by trying to make a really tough jam, spin it in the lane, and he bricks it.
But Barry Bonds very wisely takes advantage of the situation with a relatively easy dunk, but he gets on the board.
Well, Jimmy hasn't had to make too many difficult dunks. He's going to the stick-em right there, which is legal. You can deflate the ball, you can scruff it. His dad Bobby looking on.
If he makes this,
I give Barry Bonds an 8.
Can't ball jump on about 3 feet.
Yeah, but where's he going?
Well, there's Barry Bonds at midcourt.
Oh, that's where he's going. And does Fava know best? Let's see, because he's certainly trying to go more than 3 feet. He's got nothing to lose. He's in the lead. Oh, he loses the handle on the ball. All that stick-em and spray. Hey, a baseball's a lot smaller than a basketball.
Dick Vitale, Mike Powell, he can't get too cute here.
Well, he's just got to make a routine jam for Mike Powell. But that's not routine, baby. To him, it might be routine. But that's good night for Mr. Bonds, I'll guarantee you.
I'll give him a 20, give him a 22.
Get the job done, baby.
That's enough for me.
Hey, we got another Dick Vitale in the making. Here's the winning slam by Mike Powell. Guy can high jump 7-2, little scoop underneath, throw it over his head and down. And the winning score is 9-5 for the world record holder in the long jump.
Finals.
Back in the finals again for Mike Powell. Congratulations, Barry Bonds there. Mike Powell to the finals. Mike Conley and Michael Irvin up next. Welcome back to the Activity Center, Arizona State University in Tempe. Over 13,000 on hand to see the semifinal matchup between Mike Conley and Michael Irvin of the Dallas Cowboys. Conley is a two-time Foot Locker Slamfest champion and a bronze medalist at the World Championships in 1991 in the triple jump. This man, Michael Irvin, 6'2", 199, 93 pass receptions last year to lead the NFC. And Dick, as Mike Conley contemplates his semifinal matchup, it doesn't look like he's going against just one guy, but a bunch of football players ganging up on him.
Well, they're all trying to rally together against Conley, but the question is, do they have enough? When you talk about Conley, we're talking about an athlete that combines great athletic ability with basketball instincts. Here's his first attempt as he goes flying through, brings it from his ankles, comes up empty. Jimmy leaves the door open now for Irvin.
Dick, he left it wide open for Irvin, who could have done a safe dunk, but his Miami background, national champs 87, goes for spectacular, doesn't get it done.
So neither athlete makes their first attempt, and look where Mike Conley is. That is at the other end of the gym. His wife, Regina, very nervous at this time.
You got it, baby. Don't do nothing down. You get it, man. Hey, this different boy. We got him to do what we wanted him to do.
Well, you heard Deion say we got him to do what we wanted him to do, Dick.
Hey, right now, Roger, he's going to try for the spectacular. He's going to sprint the length of the court. He's going to fly. Oh, okay. Away. Flying in the sky. Magnificent, baby, with a capital F. Oh, they're trying to point. They're saying, look where he took off from. Way inside the foul line.
And you see how far away he
baby.
was.
That's still a sensational jam. Look at
he
this
was
guy.
inside.
He takes off
inside.
about a foot inside the free throw line. There aren't many
But he put it
people
down,
in
though.
America that can do that.
15.
Maybe a guy by the name of Jordan.
9-8, the score for Mike Conley. That equals the highest score of the competition. And now, the second attempt for Michael Irvin, Jim Valvano, who also has a 9-8 to his credit.
Well, I'll tell you, they were asking for that dunk full court, and they got it. And this is going to have to be spectacular. And he's looking for some help, some divine intervention. At least the crowd he wants goes up. No, he was intimidated. That full court run
Michael Irvin is gone.
And he did less than his best on that attempt.
And Mike Conley moves to the finals against Mike Powell. It's all track and field. They've won 3 of the last 4 Foot Locker Slamfests.
We got track star versus track star.
So far, we've witnessed acrobatics, antics, anxiety, and ecstasy.
Hey. I'm the other section.
Tell us about Rob. I mean, was it Hempstead High School background? What did it for? You surprised yourself?
After 2 subpar years, Mike Conley is back. On the way to the championship round, he rose to the occasion against both Moore and Irvin. Mike Powell is on a hot streak. He broke the world long jump record last summer and would love to add another Foot Locker Slamfest crown to his resume. We've got a dream matchup. Takes home $50,000.
All right, let's get it. Final round.
Prior to the competition, Mike Powell seemed supremely confident. Between them, Powell and Conley have won 3 of the 4 Foot Locker Slamfests. Last year, both Powell and Conley were reduced to spectators as Delino DeShields captured the title. This year, the Mikes are all smiles. Powell has performed like the world champion he is. Main event.
Got a chance to get your 3rd championship.
Hey, that's what it's all about, winning. And I came here to win. I've got an opportunity to win now.
Mike Powell.
Foot Locker Slamfest Championship.
All right, can we get down to business?
Welcome to the act between Mike Powell and Mike Conley. We've reached the final of the fifth Foot Locker Slam Fest, and this before about the top prize.
Thank you. I'll assert we've
ever met.
Powell with the big dunks. I think he's a little bit possessed.
One counts. And Jim Valvano, you got to make it before it counts. But only the best one counts.
Okay, so get 2 dunks per round. Score 1 to 10. Okay, so it's the same shit as before. It's 3 dunks in championship round. Okay, so they doing 3 dunks in the championship round. Okay.
And Jim Valvano, you got to make it before it counts.
No question. And Mike wanted to get off to a good start, but he overshot the mark a little bit, and he's 0 for 1.
That's a 0.
Always important to get that first one to go down. Now, Dick Vitale, Mike Conley.
Mike Conley can really apply some pressure on Powell if he can make this one count. There's the baseline reverse jam, a baseline beauty.
Big-time slam as Regina Conley leads the cheers. And high fives all around.
They're laying the high fives because watch this. It looks like he's going to dunk from one side. Then it's the wrap around, the reverse, the jam. Up and away. Down he goes, and he's got to be elated. That was a baseline beauty.
That's the highest score of the competition. Conley nails it the first try in the championship round. Powell missed his. We'll be back with the conclusion in a moment. Welcome back to the conclusion of the Foot Locker Slam Fest Championship. And Dick, a lot of pressure on Mike Powell.
Well, he tries to reach for the scintillating dunk between his legs. He knows he needs the big dunk, but he comes up with 0.
Wait. So you mean to tell me this happened in 92? Okay. Who is the real originator of the under the leg dunk contest? Because if it ain't Isaiah Ryder, who the fuck did this shit first, bruh? I need to know, because this ain't making no sense right now. Who the fuck did this dunk first, bruh? Hell no.
Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
Who the fuck did this dunk first? Because I'm nah.
You what? You what?
Who made this dunk first then? I need to know. Because Isaiah Ryder didn't do this until 93 in the college dunk contest. And then he did it again in the NBA dunk contest. This is 92. So who the fuck was doing?
No, nigga.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Somebody lying. Somebody lying. If y'all hear something in the background, it's thunderstorming and raining outside.
Jim Valvano, Powell's 0 for 2, and Conley's hit a big one.
And Conley knows he's posted a 9-9, so he can afford a miss because you got to be perfect to beat him.
Mike Conley gets set for his last attempt. Dick Vitale's with Mike Powell.
Pressure's beginning to mount.
Right, so
0 for 2. Are you going to respond to the challenge?
For both of them.
Well, I'm just going to look back to the Tokyo World Championship where they come back with a world record. Some will come back on world record dunk from the free throw line this next time. So I'm going to have to go for it.
Lots of luck. We wish you all the luck in the world.
Thanks a lot, Dick.
Powell's 0 for 2, Jim Valvano, and Conley has posted a 9-9.
Regina Conley looks a little bit worried, but she really shouldn't be. Her husband's in an enviable position. We've already stated only a 10 can beat him, right? And he has stated that he might go for the spectacular one. He'd like to take off from behind the foul line. Is he going to do it? Can he do it? Yes, he does. An outstanding jump.
I need to see that again. It looked like he was behind it. Oh my God.
From behind the free throw line, Mike Conley throws down his third attempt.
Take a look where he takes off from. Look at that. That's about 6 inches.
He was behind it.
The foul using his left hand.
He was far behind. Hold up. He was far behind that one. Hold on.
Look at that. That's about 6 inches up. Take a look where he takes off from. Look at
Oh, no,
that.
he was
That's
legit
about
behind.
6 inches
50,
above.
50,
The
50,
foul using his
50,
left hand. Remember,
50.
he's right-handed.
He won. He won.
Eat your
50.
heart out, Michael
He won.
Jordan. Are you
It's not
serious?
even. It's not even close.
You
That's a
better
50.
believe he's serious. If Mike Powell thought he was in trouble before, he's in big
That's a
trouble
50.
now.
It's over.
As Conley
It's
scores
over.
a perfect 10, the only one in the competition.
It's over.
Who dreamed
He
the
legitimately.
impossible
He was
dream. Mike
far
Powell's
behind the
gonna
3-point
reach
line.
for something unreal. Here he is flying. Oh, he comes up empty, 0 for 3. Mike Powell's going to get the silver trophy.
Going 0 for 3 in the
Conley and
finals is
Powell
crazy.
embrace, and Mike Conley has now won 3 Foot Locker Slam Fest as Mike Powell reached for the sky and didn't
Yeah,
get
he
it.
was
Our winners
legit
with Jim
behind
Valvano.
there.
And you're right-handed, yet the great dunk was with the left hand.
Yes, no other person, very few people have jumped behind the line, and none of them have done it with their opposite hand.
Congratulations, champ.
And he did it left-handed.
And
Oh
Mike
no, that's a
Conley gets
60.
$50,000
My
top
bad. That's a
prize
60.
from Foot Locker. For Jim and Dick, I'm Roger. See ya.
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one. This was better than anything we saw for the NBA. I don't care what y'all say.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
This was way better than the NBA. Then we got another one too. But it's in 1996. So we'll see what the 96 Foot Locker Slam Fest is talking about. But anyway, so I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, peace out.